first time to do some vlog about my cancer journey, and I think I'm gonna do it while I'm doing something para maging mukhang komportable ako. So I was diagnosed with colorectal cancer here in Canada, and then immediately nung nagkaroon ako ng mga symptoms, if you want me to describe it para aware din kayo, you have to watch your stools. Pag nag-LBM kayo, you just don't flush it, just take a look at it if nasa edad na kayo or may lahi kayo ng cancer. And so right after ko magpunta ng family doctor, sabi ko I have stomach aches, and frequent visit to the toilet, and my blood sa stools. So immediately nagpa-colonoscopy na, and then I was expecting for good news, and pinatawag ako sa kwarto. Then nalaman ko na may nakita daw silang cancer sa loob ng colon. And immediately naman dito, since lahat naman dito is free of charge, although sa healthcare, kasi sa laki ng tax na binabayaran mo dito, hindi magiging problema ang pag-proceed sa next level or next step. So yung next step is to see a specialized doctor for colon cancer, and he's really a very young and good doctor, very knowledgeable sa craft niya. So recommended to do a surgery soon, minimal invasive surgery. Ibig sabihin tutusukin ka lang sa tiyan, walang major cut. And so to cut the story short, nagkaroon na nga ng confirmation na may cancer, pero hindi pa ako binigyan ng lifespan or tanning na tinatawag natin, and dumiretso lang ako. Sabi ko nakakatakot, pero natulog lang ako, and then pagising ko tapos na yung surgery. So kinat nila yung colon ko where it was affected, took out the cancer, and since mga ano nga tawag dun sa mga fellow sila, yung mga professor din and researchers, so pag-aaralan nila yung nakuha nilang salot sa colon ko. So they cut it and connected, and I did watch the procedure. Of course it's not mine, but on Google you can actually find similar to that. They inserted tubes on some portion of my belly, and even the cesarean cut, they penetrated to it again. And so may mga parts din sa tiyan na may small cut, tapos nilagyan nila ng tube, tapos sa camera na lang yung tinitingnan nila. Meron silang micro camera na pinapasok doon, and na may mga tools din. So sa screen na lang sila nanonood kung paano nila gagawin yung surgery. So gising ko, tapos na with so nawala na yung painkiller, wala na yung anesthesia, nakatulog ako the whole time, which is so good. And nakita ko na lang na tapos na yung tiyan ko, na dressing na, and I was told that it will be good kung makakapag-pass gas na or umutot na ako or umibak na ako right after the surgery. And masyadong aggressive yung doctor, na he said I can leave on the same day of my surgery. I can go home right after if kaya, but of course I will not do that. So I stayed for 2 nights and then tried to eat normally, kasi sabi niya I can eat whatever I want, but of course hindi pa ready yung I mean I have to listen to my body, and I think it's not ready yet. So but good news, nakapag pass motion, na hindi ako umiirik ng ganun ka push kasi masakit din. And manghihina ka kasi, syempre, nabugbog din naman yung katawan mo right after the surgery. Tapos, nakita yung aking, ganito kasi yung style ng damit. Tapos, so nung uwi na ako, I think if hihimlay ka lang, lalo ka manghihina. So at this age, medyo bata pa daw. Mga 40 plus is considered as bata to undergo surgery. And you just follow the doctor's instruction. Huwag matigas ang ulo. I mean, I leave it to them. They're the expert for this. And I'm not. I'm just a sick person with this diagnosed cancer, salot. I call it salot to my life. Because before I was diagnosed, I was really emotional. I was thinking of my family, especially my youngest son, Nick, who's beside me listening to me. And I'm not ready to die, but it's given by God and granted to me, and hopefully I can surpass this. So right after the surgery, everything's well. Went back 2 weeks after for an appointment with my surgeon, and it was all fine. So I just need to get well and to continue watching my diet and all. But then again, we were waiting for the biopsy, which takes more than a month to receive the results. So probably may nakita sila, kaya siguro natagalan din yung outcome ng result. So there were 20, was that called lymph nodes, Dad? So it's called lymph nodes. There were 30 cancerous lymph nodes that was found from my colon, and only one metastasized or kumalat. Probably that is already during the process na naantay namin yung surgery, kumalat. Siguro yung isa nag-umpisa ng na lumabas ng colon, and we don't know kung saan siya kumalat. So yun ngayon ang tatanggalin, and we have to do chemo for 6 months. So I started my chemo 2 weeks ago, and I was hoping that I will not experience any side effects, and like nausea. So yan yung mga mararamdaman mo kasi napakalakas ng gamot, manginginig ka sa lakas, and ang daming tinutusok sa akin. And good thing, syempre I'm in this first world country, and medical facilities and experience ng mga doctor is really modern, advanced. So that's why hindi ka na mag-iisip ng kung ano-ano. You don't have to worry. Kung mamamatay ka, but you leave it to them. They know what they're doing. They have been doing this for decades, even though they're young. You trust them. So I agreed to have Portacat, which is inserted here. You can see the lump, the bulge on my upper chest. So it's another operation, and it just took about less than 45 minutes, and they inserted it in. And as usual, so because ang takot is all in the mind, and for me, if I want to avoid that, I want to just inhale some laughing gas, or let them inject some anesthesia so that I can doze off and sleep during the surgery again. Ang daming surgery nangyayari, yun pa yung kinakatakutan ko. So, well, then again, when I woke up, it's already inserted in, and you feel something uncomfortable. I stayed a little bit at the hospital before going back home, and yeah, nandito na. And then 2 weeks after, You can move freely without feeling feeling the pain. And yun nila insert lahat needed for IV, for chemo, for hydration, and for they will draw blood here, blood samples here, instead of inserting on your veins, which is really a torture, because sometimes they cannot find my veins on my hands or on my arms. So to lessen the torture, nandito na lahat kukunin. So dapat hindi mag-block to kasi may tube na naka-attached. They inserted the tube here from the neck going to the veins inside. So para na akong robot, may something na ako sa loob. So this will be there until cancer is clear and they don't need to insert or reinsert it again, kasi nakakatakot i-insert yan, mag-uuka na naman sila dyan sa surgery. So might as well just leave it there, hindi naman siya nakaka-istorbo. So yeah, so next on my video, so I'm a vlogger now, I have to share my experiences, because for those people who doesn't really do research and then they just go to the hospital to do all these procedures, all these treatments, you know, para kang aanga-anga doon, then you will just experience all the side effects without knowing how to avoid the side effects. So ako, mahilig ako sa research, nakakatakot man, but you have to do it, and it actually it's less worry, less expectation that you will be well all the time. At least alam mo na mangyayari sa'yo, you're just waiting for it to happen. So that's next on my vlog. So this is just an introduction of what I went through before I really found out that I have colon cancer. So it's for real, I have cancer, but it doesn't stop you from doing anything. And if you feel tired, just rest, but don't rest like it's your holiday, because you'll feel weak and you still have to be on the go. Bye, yun lang.